And welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Monday, November 12th. I am your host for today's program, Paul DeMain, and many of the stories right here can also be found at our website, IndianCountryNews.com, and here are some of those stories for the day. As veterans were recognized this weekend throughout the United States and Canada, and Native vets were celebrated and honored at powwows across Indian country. One tribe, the Lac Courte Oreilles Band of Lake Superior Chippewa Indians, dedicated a new Veterans Memorial this weekend on their reservation, and IndianCountryTV was there to record Elder Eddie Benton-Benet and Chairman Gordon Thayer as they spoke about it.
Dedicated to the Ojibwe men and women who served in the armed forces of the United States, past and present, during war and peace, and to those who fought and continue to fight for the inherent rights, the treaty rights, the inherent sacred rights of our people. Their love of family, our land, our people is a source of their devotion and sacrifice. This will never be forgotten. Miigwech, Jimaganishug, Ogichida, and Ogichida Kwe. Yodash Nungumi Oishiganaam Damang. Ojibwe Kwe Mina Ojibwe Unine. Kayuinawaga United States is in the Kade. Odesh Kwayang Minoa Nungu. When Gayuinawa Migating Minoagigan the Quading. Minoga Iwinoaga Shimiga Tawat, Minoga Iwinoa Yabe, Shimiga Tawat Unchita. Unchita Gaigino and Gashimini Gunum, Gino and the Shinabe William. They get to Zaka Tunawa. When the Gaiwinoa Shunchapawat, Kita Kiminan, Gino and the Shinabe, when they Gaigino and the Shimigi. Their devotion and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Today, I just want to mention that our veterans here, I'm proud of our veterans that served over all the many years that we've had the different wars. One of my colleagues that I serve with now, Rusty Barber, he was on the soldier's drum. Rusty served 20 years in the Army. And we have other veterans that are also Larry Kaigaby, Gary Claus, who's on our tribal council. And as Suzanne said, American Indians across the country have always been first to step forward to fight for our country, even before we were citizens of this land. And we continue to have a high respect for the flag of this country. That's why you'll always see the flag flying in honor of all of our country and of our veterans. So today is a real special day. And
the entire 40-minute program can be found at IndianCountryTV.com and in the video library there, or specifically at the URL shown below. A 91-year-old man from Lawrence, Kansas, who was a Navajo code talker during World War II, will receive his degree. Chester Nez will receive his University of Kansas degree on November 12th. He was one of the original 29 code talkers in an all-Navajo Marine platoon who created the secret code based on their language used by troops during World War II. Nez had to leave the university in 1952 after 3 years because his GI Bill funds ran out. No one at the time knew he was a code talker. The Lawrence Journal-World reports Kansas First Lady Mary Brownback will attend the ceremony. Nez also will receive gifts from the city of Lawrence, the KU Alumni Association, Haskell Indian Nations University, and the Native faculty and staff at Kansas. A group of 3 tribal members are appealing a judge's ruling that denied their request to establish a satellite voting office on 3 Montana Indian reservations. The plaintiffs from the Crow, Northern Cheyenne, and Fort Belknap reservations appealed the ruling of November 9th to the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. District Judge Richard Siebel in Billings last week denied their request to force state and county officials to set up the satellite offices for early voting and late registration. The plaintiffs say the lack of such offices on their reservation forces them to drive long distances to county courthouses. They say that leaves them disadvantaged compared to white voters. Siebel said there was no evidence of any voters being harmed. Attorneys for the plaintiffs say he misinterpreted federal law protecting minority voters. Two former Yakama Nation officials say they were fired for questioning how the tribe spends state and federal funds on social programs and whether some of the money was unfairly benefiting employees and their family members. Robert Ramirez, the tribe's former deputy director who oversaw social services, said he documented a pattern of favoritism over many years in which people working in a program designed to serve children in foster care awarded themselves and family members state-provided dollars. Payments averaged about $200 apiece, but often went higher and occurred more than once a year, Ramirez told the Yakama Herald Republic. He contends the money is intended, or was intended, for people in less fortunate circumstances with emergencies. Ramirez's supervisor, former tribal director Colleen Reimer, who oversaw all tribal programs, said she saw similar misspending in senior and scholarship programs as well. The Oneida Nation has started work on a new $25 million entertainment complex on its casino in upstate New York. Tribal officials said last week the project at the Turning Stone Resort Casino will be the first major construction at the resort since work began on the Turning Stone Tower and the Lodge in the year 2004. They say the complex, called Exit 33, will include a country music dance hall, rock and roll club, lounge, and piano bar. And that's going to be another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to say thanks for joining with us and come back again soon.